everybody, and welcome back to another video here on the one and only Tribal Warrior YouTube channel. Of course, I am the Tribal Warrior, and in today's video, as you see by the thumbnail, as you see by the title, we will be taking a look at who will be Randy Orton's WrestleMania 41 opponent. So as you see right in front of you, the photo, it's a picture of Kevin Owens in the ring, and you might be wondering, well, this video is specifically about Randy Orton and his WrestleMania opponent. However, we did have a WrestleMania opponent for him, which was, of course, the man you see in front of you, Kevin Owens. And shockingly, this past Friday on SmackDown, Kevin Owens, he came out and he said he's been dealing with a serious neck injury, and he didn't know how serious it was until he went to see a doctor about it, and unfortunately he has to get surgery on his neck. Now, this is not a part of a storyline. This isn't in any type of script, not that I'm aware of anyways. This is legitimate real life news, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, huge wishes out to Kevin Owens, and his neck surgery goes well, and hopefully he'll be able to step back in a WWE ring again. So yeah, obviously at the time of recording this video here, it is Thursday. I don't know if this video will get posted tonight, Thursday, or tomorrow on Friday, but usually I post videos every weekend, which is Saturday or Sunday, obviously. And I don't have a schedule for my channel. I can usually post every day. If I wanted to, I could post once a week, once a month, but I just want to keep on top of things. And since it's WrestleMania season, we're getting really close to WrestleMania, there's so much things going on in the WWE. Huge news. For example, Seth Rollins is favor now that Paul Heyman has to owe to him. Is that legitimate? Is this real stuff we're talking about? Of course, Randy Orton. We can talk about the whole WrestleMania card. And don't get me started down in NXT. We've Stand and Deliver, Darkseid making an impact, Ricky Saints, and so many other new superstars debuting. Of course, last Friday on SmackDown, we did get the debut of Rey Fenix. Now, of course, I am making this video here today. However, I can still make one on the weekend, which is very much possible, and it most likely will happen. But if there isn't a video on the weekend, well, don't worry, because there is this video. So yeah, here today I have 6 potential opponents for Randy Orton at WrestleMania 41. Enjoy the video, sit back and relax, and yeah, here we go. Okay, so up first, as you see on the left, is the Apex Predator. It's the Legend Killer. Pretty sure he was a 14-time World Heavyweight WWE Champion. He's definitely a legend and 100% going to be a future WWE Hall of Famer. Your man on the left is Randy Orton, the guy we're talking about this whole video. And of course, on the right is who we're going to be talking about here. And it's our first superstar, and it is Miro. Some may know him as Miro, some may know him as Rusev. Of course, Rusev used to work with the WWE back 2019, maybe a bit earlier than that, maybe a bit later than that. Not 100% sure. I don't have the notes. I don't know everything, but Rusev or Miro 100% did work with WWE in the past. He was involved with Lana. He was involved with Bobby Lashley, and of course Bobby and Lana no longer work with the WWE, and it has been reported that Miro has signed back to the WWE. We haven't seen an appearance yet. We haven't seen any teaser, I don't think. And Lana is not joined with him this time. And I don't know, guys. What do you think? Do you think Lana should be joined with him? I don't really care. We're talking about Miro mostly, and Miro, of course, after WWE, he went on to AEW for a while, and he finished there recently. I don't know if it's earlier this year or what. I'm not a huge fan of AEW. I don't hate the concept of AEW. I'm just like, I don't watch it much, if you know what I mean. Okay, so yeah, Miro, he could be a possible target. He could be Randy Orton's WrestleMania 41 opponent. I'll tell you one thing, I'd love to see it. Definitely a lot of people would like to see it, and Miro's return, his first match or two, is going to be at WrestleMania, which is crazy if he did return, and I'm pretty sure Randy Orton and Miro would put on a great match. So yeah, if he does return, I think he would be going by the name of Rusev, but I don't know if WWE will be able to trademark the name Miro. Let me know your thoughts. Do you want to see Miro versus the Apex Predator Randy Orton at WrestleMania? So yeah, same thing again. The man on the left, of course, is Randy Orton, but on the right, he goes by the name Malachi Black, or some may know him as Alistair Black. I don't know what you would call him. I'm gonna go call him a bit of both. For this video, of course, he went by the name Alistair Black in the WWE, and of course, he's like Miro. Not the same, of course. They're two different people, definitely different personalities, but they did have two names, of course. In WWE, this man on the right went by Alistair Black, and most recently in AEW, same as Miro, he went by the name Malachi Black. So I think Alistair suits him more. Now, I don't think this is his real life name. I think his real life name is completely off this. It's like Tom or Tommy or something. I think it's Tom or something along them lines. But Malachi Black, we're just going to refer to him as Malachi in this video. If I accidentally say Alistair, it's not that big of a deal. You know who I'm talking about. So, of course, recently, over the past few weeks, we've been getting an odd video package on SmackDown, and I did make a video on this. If you want to check out that video, I think it's labeled, or the title on it is Rey Fénix and Aleister Black coming to WWE, and of course, that one of them did come true, which was Rey Fénix, and could another one come true, which could be Malachi Black. Malachi, hopefully, he's going to be signing with the WWE soon. I want to see him back. WWE really fumbled him. He was doing a good job kind of in 2020 in the pandemic. I wouldn't say the best job, and in fairness, he did get released 2021 in that big huge section of the releases. I think that was when he did get that release. I'm not too sure, but yeah, Malachi Black could be a great opponent for Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Hopefully, he does sign back with the company. I'd love him back. I'm pretty sure a lot of other people would love him back. And I followed a bit of his career. I've followed his whole WWE career, and I've watched one or two of his good matches in AEW. And he's definitely an impresser. Impressor. Can't even speak right now. Impressor is, of course, the word I'm trying to say. So yeah, could we see Malachi Black versus Randy Orton? Just like Miro and Randy Orton, this match would certainly cook. And I love the moveset of Malachi, of course. The black mass, which is kind of a roundhouse kick. He gets his leg up really high and just knocks out his opponent with his big boot, which is very unique and skillful. So yeah, I would like to see that, and yeah, it'd make a great match for WrestleMania 41. So yeah, I want to see this match. All right. So we do know both of these superstars really well. Of course, still on the topic of Randy Orton, but the superstar on the right, it is Mr. Rey Fénix. Of course, just like Miro and just like Malachi Black, they were both in WWE and both in AEW. Now, correct me there, I actually just said they were both in WWE and AEW, but Rey Fénix, he was never in WWE. Now, not that I can remember, but I'm 99% sure that he was never in WWE. He actually made his WWE debut this past Friday on SmackDown against NXT's Nathan Frazer. We did talk about this in the last video. It's the thumbnail on that video is Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton. We talked more about Charlotte and Tiffany than we did about Rey in the last video. So yeah, check that video out. But Rey Fénix, he's a part of the WWE now. Of course, he's most famous for the Lucha Bro tag team with him and Penta, and of course Penta on Monday Night Raw. And yeah, Rey Fénix, he's a high flyer, a luchador. I love this match on SmackDown this past Friday. tomorrow is Friday, obviously, which means Friday Night SmackDown. I wonder if Rey Fenix will be featured on that. I say he will. But the question is, will he compete at WrestleMania? And I have a perfect opponent for him. He's lined up and he's Randy Orton. Randy Orton does not have an opponent for WrestleMania. So put him against this fantastic, high-flying, bloody genius in the ring, Rey Fenix. Of course, he hasn't done much yet in the WWE. He had one fantastic match against Nathan Frazier, but we could lead to see what more stuff can he do, and another more stuff he could do is face Randy Orton at WrestleMania. And yeah, Randy Orton, he's a man. He should never miss WrestleMania if he's free, and if he's free and ready to face somebody, he should face Rey Fenix. So yeah, now we're going to kind of shake it up a bit, because the first superstar we talked about was Miro. Of course, Miro, he hasn't returned to the company yet. Neither has Malachi Black, and Rey Fenix, he's just debuted. But this man you see on your screen is Sheamus, the Celtic Warrior, and he's been in the company. He's been in the company since 2009, about, I don't know how many, like 14, 15, 16 years. Sheamus, he's done it all. Royal Rumble winner. Of course, he had some great WrestleMania matches. The most recent great WrestleMania match was in Hollywood for WrestleMania 39. It was against Drew McIntyre and Gunther in a triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship, and that was a classic match. And yeah, currently, Randy Orton doesn't have a match for WrestleMania. Same goes for Sheamus. And of course, Sheamus, he was up there with the kind of Roman Reigns and CM Punks and, but he's kind of decreased from that in recent years, in recent memory. He hasn't been the full steam. I don't remember the last time he was actually a champion in the WWE. It was probably just before pandemic. Maybe not even that. Maybe after pandemic. It might have been even 2022, early 2023. He was US champion, not sure. Maybe somebody can remind me down in the comments, which, speaking of, the comments are doing really well now. I don't mean 150 comments. I don't mean like 25 comments each video. I just mean I've been getting 1 or 2 comments each video, which I'm really grateful for, and I love reading your guys' thoughts. So yeah, before I continue on, thank you guys so much for the support, the likes, the shares, the subscribing, and the comments. Yeah, they really do the channel well, and thanks for that. So yeah, with that being said, Sheamus versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania would be excellent, is what I want anyways. Now, I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure early into Sheamus's WWE career, 2011, maybe 2010, he did have a feud with Randy Orton. They had a good rivalry, definitely in 2010 it was, and I think they had, of course, 1 or 2 more matches after that in the recent years, or maybe even more. But yeah, they fought for the WWE Championship, and it's been a great feud. I don't know if they fought again in 2018. I can't remember the top of my head, but I think they might have had a feud once again. Or maybe you could remind me, but I'm pretty sure it was 2010. Well, that's what they had their big feud for that WWE Championship. So yeah, Randy Orton versus Sheamus at WrestleMania 41. I'm pretty sure I would like that. What do you guys think? Do you want the Celtic Warrior versus the Apex Predator at WrestleMania? Now on to our final 2 WWE superstars who could have the potential to face Randy Orton at WrestleMania 41 this year due to Kevin Owens' neck injury is, some may say, Tribal Chief, or some may say rip-off Tribal Chief. It is Mr. Solo Sikoa. So of course, I don't think these two have met before. I think they met in War Games one year, 2023, the year Punk returned, I think it was. Maybe they fought before. I don't recall a one-on-one match between these two. But if they did have one, then it'd be a bit shocking that I don't remember. Because, I mean, in fairness, Solo isn't everybody's favourite wrestler, but you have to admit, he's good in the ring, and so is Randy Orton. So if I don't recall a one-on-one match between these two, then I could be mistaken. like hugely. These two would put on a great match. I wouldn't say all timer, but I mean it'd be a great way to fill in Solo, and of course Solo, he's kind of all over the place at the moment. I think Solo doesn't have a match for WrestleMania yet, but if he will, it's either going to be Randy Orton or the potential of Jacob Fatu. I don't know how that match would lay out, but if you want to find out how that match will lay out, I will put a WrestleMania predictions video up closer to WrestleMania. But yeah, I wonder how that will go. But yeah, Solo Sikoa versus Randy Orton, I wouldn't mind, and I think Randy might get the win. It won't be everybody's ideal match of the night, but it'd be a great way to replace Kevin Owens. Yes, indeed. Now on to our final superstar. Now this one is the most unlikely. It's a bit of a funny one as well. Now, of course, as you see on your screen, it is Nick Aldis raising the hand of Randy Orton. Of course, Nick Aldis is the current SmackDown general manager. He's not a professional wrestler, at least not anymore. I don't think he is retired. I literally have no clue, but yeah. Of course, Nick Aldis, he was a pro wrestler at one point. I forget where he wrestled. I think actually was TNA, maybe? When he first became the general manager of SmackDown, I looked into him a bit. I think he definitely was a TNA champion before. It could have been twice, once. I think he held the NWA championship 3 or 4 times. Which, look, I'm not a dictionary. I don't know everything, and literally, as I just said, I don't know everything. I said I'm not a dictionary, but I don't know where you'd find facts in the dictionary. You'd be going to Google or Alexa, someone like that, not the dictionary. The dictionary is where you find words. And I'll tell you one thing, if you do search up Nick Aldis in the dictionary, which is unlikely because I don't think he is there, but if he was there, it would be great professional wrestler. I'm not saying he's like the Roman Reigns whoa, can't even speak. Like earlier, I'm trying to say he's not the Roman Reigns like level. Like I don't think he's that good. Like Roman Reigns has so much aura when Roman Reigns comes out to the ring, everybody gets out of their seats, put their hands up, cheers for him. Roman Reigns, you know what I mean? But Nick Aldis, he's kind of he's alright. People like him, but he isn't like the most liked person in the world, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it would be a fun way to see Nick Aldis versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania, and I've seen a lot of people query this on social media, on X, formerly known as Twitter, obviously, and I see a lot of people's reaction. They would love to see this. I would want to see this, and I would want to see how Nick Aldis would do in the ring after a good few months or years away from an actual match. Now, of course, we did see him get 1 or 2 bumps. He got a stunner in one before or something. I don't know. But I do remember last Friday, of course, Randy Orton gave him an RKO. And he did give him one before as well. So yeah, that's 2 RKOs to Nick Aldis by Randy Orton. So maybe it could be a build to WrestleMania. But how would this work? Could Nick Aldis be the heel in this storyline? I don't know, but let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section of today's video. But yeah, that's all I got for you today in today's video. To recap the video, Kevin Owens, he got injured. Randy Orton has no WrestleMania 41 opponent, so I suggested Miro, formerly known as Rusev, Malachi Black, formerly known as Aleister Black, Rey Fenix, Sheamus, Solo Sikoa, and as you see on your screen, Nick Aldis as 6 potential superstars for Randy Orton to face at WrestleMania 41. That is 6 potential superstars who I think will face Randy Orton at WrestleMania. But what is 1 or 2 superstars you would like to see Randy Orton face at WrestleMania? That's all I got for you in today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. It's been a great video. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for the support. Thanks for enjoying the video. And with that being said, make sure to always stay tribal.